Sorry, this what's been your message so far this week to the team after a loss like the one you guys had on Sunday? What's been your message to him? What have you been telling everybody?
It's the same message every day we come in here, just getting better. You know, focus on the things we can control and get better.
Jalen, what are you noticing about the way that defenses are defending you as a runner this year, and how is that impacting the zone read and RPO?
You know, there are things that defenses come out there and do, and I think it always comes down to how we execute and how we do our jobs. You know, we've played really good teams, we've played some really good players, but it still comes down to controlling the things you can.
Do you feel that teams are trying to contain you more as a runner this year?
I think it's honestly from game to game. I think it varies. I think in the end, you know, you have to play complementary football and, you know, be able to stress the defense out doing that, and that comes back to how we execute.
In talking on Sunday, you said you wanted to watch the film. When you watched the film, what stood out to you?
Not good execution.
Jalen, the Cowboys have a good defense, but when you line up against them, you have to pay extra attention for where number 11 is lining up.
He's a really good player. And you know, you see throughout the league that you have a lot of those types of players on these different teams, and just the different type of edge rushers these guys have. So with him being a big-time player, you know, there are a lot of other guys that are the big-time players on that team as well, and you have to account for all of them.
Jalen, you guys haven't lost a lot of games the last couple of years, but when you have, you've bounced back every time. What is it about this team that enables them to be resilient and bounce back after losses?
Yeah, I think the reality is the team changes from year to year. So we'll see how this team responds. We'll see.
When you saw what Lane was able to do on Sunday, coming off either a setback or an injury or whatever, did it just make you appreciate kind of who and what he is even more? He's just been remarkable, and your success rate as a team has been, you know, kind of tethered to, well, historically tethered to how well he plays and how available he is.
Yeah, he's a great talent. He's been there for a long time. He's always been a freak athlete, and real freak athlete. And so, you know, we need him to continue to do a good job for us.
What does getting Dallas back in the lineup mean for you?
I mean, it gives us another option, another threat, another weapon. Definitely welcome him back, you know, open arms, and just go out there and execute.
How have you guys missed him, like, for the past, you know, 3 or 4 games? Like, what has it been like without him, I guess?
My first thing that comes to mind is different. But I mean, we have to execute regardless of who's out there. It's not single-handedly dependent on one guy being gone, 2 guys being gone, or whatever it is. And everybody has an opportunity, everybody has a role, and we just have to execute better.
Last Sunday was one of your longest times to throws of the season. I think it might have been your longest this year. How do you view that stat? Like, is it something to you that you want to operate efficiently out of the pocket and quickly, or, you know, do you view it more as a representation of you trying to extend plays and, you know, trying to do things out of structure?
You definitely want to play on rhythm. You want to play within control of what you're doing and operating at a high level, you know, and I think that's just a matter of everyone being on the same page so we can do that.
Do you view it being the longest this season as a negative then, as something that you want to, you know, try to correct?
No, you know, it's generally result based, but it's just about executing in the end and finding ways to execute. And I think to do so, everyone has to be on the same page.
Jalen, you guys, you know, obviously had a stretch of like 4 games now against like top teams in the NFL. And obviously you got another one coming up against Dallas. What's that like, you know, week after week, playing like teams with, you know, some of the best records in the league and everybody gunning for you and all that?
Yeah, you know, I think that's one thing there. You know you're going to get everybody's best every time you play someone, especially when you're a good football team and you've been able to do the things you've done. And, you know, we've had some we've we've definitely been challenged and stretched out in a ton of different ways, but it's about remaining resilient through it, and always respond in the right way, whether it's a win or a loss. And so, whether it's playing in whatever type of conditions or whatever traveling circumstances we have, being able to overcome that, and that's about how you prepare throughout the week and how you recover, how you do the small things and the little things to put yourself in the best position to do your job and help the team. So that's what it comes down to.
And do you think it's kind of tested you guys more, more than typically during the course of the season, just having all those games in a row?
No, I think, like I said, I think it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge for sure. That's nothing foreign or nothing new, right? It's just a matter of how you respond to it all.
When you look at the slower starts on offense over the last 5 weeks versus when it clicks into gear, like what are you seeing? What's the difference? What's the key to overcoming those slow starts?
I think it's just simple execution, and to execute, everyone has to be on the same page. So if something doesn't work, that means somebody's not on the same page.
I don't know if you saw Jalen Hurts used a couple of your quotes after the Alabama game. What's your relationship like with him? And I guess.
Yeah, he's had a great year. He's always been a very special player. He's a Texas kid, and he's just continued to grow and grow and grow, and it's been really, really nice to watch. So I've been supporting him and from a distance, and just happy to see him get in the Final Four, and happy to see him have an opportunity to lead his team and hopefully get a national title. So all my support goes to him.
You've known Brian Johnson now for a while now. He seems like he's really chill, mild-mannered guy. Has he always been like that? And how does that help you guys out when you guys are discussing things that you see on the sideline or just that sideline interactions to try to go back out in the field?
Yeah, as long as I've known him, he's been that way. That's his manner, that's his demeanor, and that's how he operates. And that's what it is. That's who he is.
You mentioned being on the same page in reference to Brian. Like, how was the process with that as play caller and quarterback? Where are you guys with that?
Yes, it's been what it's been in terms of just continue to try and iron things out and iron out little details in that. Not just between us, but it's everybody has a role in that. Every guy on that field has a role in that. Everyone has a role in that, and so it's just a matter of seeing things as they're supposed to be seen and everybody being together with it.